A humanoid robot that can walk, run, fall down, and get right back up for the price of a used car. Not $100,000. Not a research lab prototype you'll never touch. We're talking about a robot you can order online today, starting at around $13,000. This is the Unitree G1, and in the last 2 years it's gone from a flashy stage demo to the single most shipped humanoid robot on the planet. So is it actually good, or is this just really convincing marketing? Let's break it down. The G1 comes from Unitree Robotics, a Chinese company based in Hangzhou that made its name building small quadruped robot dogs before jumping into full humanoids. The G1 launched in 2024 as their compact, affordable alternative to their bigger, much pricier H1 and H2 models. And compact is the right word. This thing stands about 1.20 to 1.30 meters tall, roughly the height of an 8 or 9-year-old, and weighs around 35 kilos. Small robot, big ambitions. First impression, this doesn't feel like a toy. Under that smooth plastic shell you've got crossed roller bearings, high-torque motors, and joint design borrowed straight from Unitree's more expensive machines, the kind of components you'd normally find in robots costing 5 times as much. One clever touch, the G1 folds down into roughly the size of a suitcase. You can genuinely check it as luggage. For a research lab or a company doing demos across multiple sites, that portability is a real selling point most competitors simply don't offer. The finish is clean, the cabling is tidy, and the overall build feels intentional rather than rushed, which, at this price point, is honestly a little surprising. Let's talk numbers, but in plain English. Depending on the configuration, the G1 has anywhere from 23 to 43 degrees of freedom basically, joints that can move independently. More joints means smoother, more human-like motion, especially in the hands and arms. It can walk at around 2 meters per second, that's a brisk human walking pace, and it packs motors delivering up to 120 Newton meters of torque, which is what lets it absorb a shove or a kick without toppling over. For eyes, it uses a 3D LiDAR sensor plus depth cameras for mapping its environment, and onboard compute in NVIDIA Jetson Orin module to process everything in real time. Battery life sits around 2 hours of active use, with a quick swap pack so downtime stays short. Now the fun part, what can it actually do? Unitree has shown the G1 running continuously for over 10 kilometers, climbing debris-covered stairs, and recovering its balance after being kicked mid-stride. It's pulled off a standing backflip and side flips, the first electric-powered humanoid to manage that on flat ground, echoing stunts we've only seen before from Boston Dynamics' Hydraulic Atlas. It's also been choreographed into large synchronized routines, dozens of G1 units performing kung fu forms and dance sequences in unison, which doubles as a serious stress test of its balance and coordination software. With the optional dexterous 3-fingered hands, it can grasp, rotate, and manipulate small objects, pouring, stacking, picking things up, which is what actually makes it useful for research beyond just walking around. But let's be honest about where it falls short. That 2-hour battery life is real world, not marketing brochure. Don't expect all-day autonomy. The base $13,000 version is essentially a demo unit. No SDK, no programming access. If you actually want to build on this robot, you're looking at the EDU tier, which starts closer to $44,000 and climbs towards $74,000 for the fully loaded configuration. Manipulation while walking, doing something with its hands, and moving at the same time is still clunky out of the box and usually needs extra engineering work. And security researchers have flagged real vulnerabilities in past firmware, so anyone deploying this commercially needs to think seriously about network isolation. This is a research and development platform first. It is not a home butler, and it's not ready to work unsupervised on a factory floor. Right now, the G1's real home is universities, robotics labs, and companies prototyping embodied AI training models for locomotion, grasping, and human-robot interaction. It's already shown up in supervised pilot programs, from airport demonstrations to security patrol trials. Looking ahead, this is exactly the kind of platform that could bridge into light warehouse work, retail assistance, or hazardous environment inspection once the software catches up to the hardware. The G1 won't get there alone. It'll get there because thousands of developers are building on top of it right now. Stack it against the competition, and the story is about accessibility. Tesla's Optimus and Figure's robots remain largely closed, internal projects. Boston Dynamics Atlas is a research showpiece, not a product for sale. Even Unitree's own H2 costs roughly twice as much. The G1's edge isn't raw power, it's that you can actually buy one. And there's a genuine open developer community already building around it. The Unitree G1 isn't a finished product, it's a foundation. As a piece of hardware for the price, it's genuinely impressive. Strong motors, real sensors, a growing ecosystem, and capabilities that would have sounded like science fiction 5 years ago. But if you're expecting a fully autonomous helper robot out of the box, you'll be disappointed. What you're really buying is a serious, affordable entry point into humanoid robotics, and right now, nothing else on the market matches that combination of price and capability. So would you want a G1 in your own workshop, or do you think humanoid robots still have a long way to go? Drop your take in the comments. I read every one. If this breakdown helped, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive, and check the links in the description for the full spec sheet, pricing breakdown, and where to actually buy or rent one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.